Hello friends and hello student. In this session we learn the update and delete operation in the C# project. So let us start. I first share my screen and here I just adjust my screen. So here Microsoft Visual Studio Express for Windows-based desktop application is open and open our project. So I open just Honda and that our project file. And if you not watch my previous 6 video lectures, so you can continue watching previous video. We can take add, that is auto generate logic, and then save coding and then cancel. And in next previous we can take the exit button coding. And now target of this video lecture, that is we can select first record to grid. When we click this grid and that record appropriate is appear, and we can take update and delete operation. So we can three coding in here. First we can select the record, then update and that save, update and save, that combination. So add and save and update, and that update query we can write in save button, and then we can perform delete operation. And after next upcoming my video lecture, that is last, and that is a searching, and next is a provide testing and some validation. So let us, if you not watch, so I can suggest you first you can watch my previous video lecture, so then and then you can understand. So that is a insert and auto generate coding and cancel button, three coding we can perform in my previous video demo lecture. So now I can click in this grid, so that data grid 1, and we can maintain our sequence. So I just cut and paste to exit button below. We can perform the sequence. So let us check. Yes, so first our coding is here. In my previous video lecture we can take the add button, that is a auto generate logic, this add button, and then we can save. Yes, save coding, that is a save coding, and then cancel button coding. And then now first we can select the grid view as our appropriate record, and then that record come from table, but we can click on data grid view and then update delete. That is a possibility. We cannot manually like look at design. So that is our form. We cannot write manually record. We can double click and then that record appropriate control is selected, and then perform update and delete operation. So that is a fix we have to perform. First, in series of my project in C# window based application, and backend is access database. So first we can take flush screen, then user login form, then MDI design, then employee master this form design, then class and user defined method I have to take, and then that next demo is a update, add, auto generate, save and cancel. And now that is a we can say that 6 video lecture, that update delete we have to take these 2 operations. Okay, and then we can first select, and then we can go in search coding, and then last we can perform the validation. So I can start now, so you can understand what is I am doing in this session. So this is a project I can just show you. So that is a first sequence. So that is first we can develop this welcome screen in my first video lecture. Then login page, that I just double click. Yes, that is a login page. And next MDA form design, that is MDA form design. And that now we can take employee, and just I double click in grid, and this session we have to now focus. Okay, so what is a coding of grid? We can click what is a coding. So that is we can use here one class, and that data grid view, that's and row, that is a class, data grid view row, and that we can take one reference, and that now we can take that reference e dot we can say that row index. Yes, that is a row index. So here we can take row index. Yes, and that index we have to take appropriate control. So we can first select this pointer, so that is a benefit for us. So this is a keyword taking current form address. This is a pointer, so you know very well. So now we can take our grid view 1. Yes, so that is a currently this form use. If you not change some like other form is also same data grid, you know that id is same, so that time this pointer currently fetch this employee master form. So that is a, and now we can take rows, that is a member or property, we can say that. And now in bracket that we have to give that index, and that we can e dot row index. Now we can use this property row index. So we can select our particular record from, we can select the click on grid view, but the record comes from database table. So now our coding is start. We can take if condition, if some validation. So we can take here coding like first we can do here directly coding validation, and then we can perform like if condition I give, and e, that is a data grid view cell event argument, that is a e we have to take here e. So here I give if e dot row index, that is also a property, and greater than or equal to 0. So index start with always 0, then we can assign this coding. So we can take proper row from table database. Okay, so that is a row index is greater than equal to 0, and data view row, that is a just reference, not we can assign a new operator member, that is a reference variable. And this dot greater grid view rows dot index, so e dot row index, that is come from e is here cell, it is a cell, we can say that column. So first column that is select, and that row first column id is selected here. And now we can take one by one our value, like first is a, I just full screen is there, okay, no problem. So here id and then text we have to assign, and then we can take how this record. So R is our data grid view row dot cell is a one property, and that collection one by one cell means column. So here we can assign our original field name. So if you not previous my video lecture, here data explorer is there, and that our table Honda underscore DB access database, and table EMP master, and that is our field. There are 6 fields: EMP ID, EMP name, gender, standard, department, not standard because student form I already taking. So department, J date means joining date, and hobbies. So here we can provide in double quotes. If you give index, so there is you cannot provide double quotes, but here we can provide columns. So EID is there, and just and dot value property is there, and dot to string is required because that is a we can assign to our text box. So okay, so that is our now we do not require to this because we have to know EID, name, gender, DPT, JDate, hobby. You can remember these all fields. So just show you for your reference because I have to create. I have know how many fields and whatever this table. So EID is a primary key. Now second text box txt ename dot text. So first we can select r dot self. Yes, and in double quotes we can provide e name, that is a field name. So and value is there, and dot to string is required. So that is a uh, name name of employee. Then third is a gender. So we can one take string variable, and then we can do r cells, yes, and then gen, that is no any prefix gender, and value dot to string. So here is required. And how to we can select our radio button, user select from grid view and come from table record database. So here r we first we can select s1 dot we can trim. So any extra, that is a use of trim and start, but we can trim all. So in first and last, all any blank space included in our string original, like male and female. Gender is a two value male and female. So that is a truncate. remove, and then we can compare equal method and parenthesis, that is method, and that is a male and female, so M is capital. And now we can select our radio button RBM if then check equal to true, so that is true. And in else part, if that condition is false, then we can here assign female dot check equal to true. So that is third field is selected from grid and come record from database. Okay, now fourth field turn, and that is a department. So we can take directly combo department dot text. Also selected item dot to string is there, or selected item just. So r dot cells, yes cells, and then we can assign our that is a field name dept, yes. Then we can also check after giving all value to our original field. Any mistake, spelling mistake, that is taking error. Okay, then fifth is a joining date. So we can date picker our, that is a date picker, and that we can assign to text. Yes, there is also holding the text, like let us check cells and in bracket and index, and that is a j date, yes, and double quote and dot post value. First is giving the value and dot string, yes. So let us check, yes, no error, yes. Now last is a checkbox. So there is a how in one column there are three. Here our designing I can show you. So here that is a three hobby, and that is checkbox, not list. You can also use list. So you can take one for loop, there is no any change, just for loop. And our database is here, I open just, yes, that is open, and our insert record operation is already performed. Two record I can insert in this table. So that is a one column, and there is three value: reading, running, and music. So here one blank page we can insert, that time we can separation this hobby, one blank page. So that is our logic. So I just show you how insert process. If you not watch my previous video lecture, so our insert but save, that is this, I just show you. So here when we can insert, yes, here. So when we can insert here hobby if condition and one blank page included, two hobby in between. So that is our now logic part. That is we can define our logic, separate three hobbies in one string field and one by one selection. So that is a simple logic, but very important logic for selection. So let us check, yeah, how checkbox is selected. And if you can select the checkbox list, take the checkbox list control, single checkbox either you can place. So you can take one for loop, no any change. So let us, and we can first take one string variable s2. Okay, so s1 taking the radio button value. Now s2 is a that checkbox value, and then r dot cells is there, and bracket that field name is hob, hobby is just hob dot value and dot to string. So s2 is taking all three hobbies. Now how we can separate? So here I can string array. So str, 1D array, that is a array. I just show you above, so you can understand. Yes. So that is a taking, and that we can assign this s2 dot that inbuilt function that known as split. Split is a split all three hobbies. Split, that name is split, and in not double quote, that is single quote and one blank page. So all hobbies separate and store in that one D array. That is our logic. So s2 is a split and then store this string one D array. And now how we can select? So we can take for each loop. Also you can take for loop. So there is no problem. And here we can define one string variable as in operator. In keyword is an operator also, and then str. So one by one str store three hobby separate by blank, and we can provide our insert operation, that time taking blank one in between one hobby. You can also use comma operator if so. Here you can just give comma, no problem. So any delimiter, that is known as delimiter, that sign. So here we can blank, so it is also possibility. And now we can opening closing brace, and that our hobby we can select, and that if condition we have to provide, and that we have to take like s1 dot if any blank space, you can also here trim, there is no problem. And then nesting, that is a, here we can also use nesting method, that trim and then equal, so that is a first call trim, so all blank space is removed and then equal, so that mail exactly text is matched, so that is our logic. And also you can, if include in that case not include any blank space, but we can also no rig, so that is a trim and then equal method use. So equal, and then our in double quote, that is a first hobby is a reading, yes, and that if match that s1, so one value provide in str is a one d array, one by value is transferred to s, and we can compare to our hobby, so one by one. And then we can select our checkbox, so chk1 is id first checkbox, and then check equal to true, so that is same logic to above. I just copy this if condition two time, because two hobby, and second hobby name is a running, just exactly no spelling mistake is required. And here change text box checkbox id chk123, and here third hobby music, that, and in between any pace like playing a chess sometime you can use, so you cannot provide here any blank pace if you provide in your database, but you can first word you have to assign here, like I just show you idea one, like sometime I giving in my student demo, that time I use this playing chess, so that is store one, but in that time store in this hobby that is four word, like reading, running, playing and chess, that is truncated because that is a blank page, so split function is no store in four word, but we can here require only three ob, so what we can do, one, just remove this, just we can select only three playing, so that ob is selected, otherwise that not selected. So here I only use one word, so you cannot take mistake any, so I can use music, so that is I one important point in your mind, if not you can provide two word and one blank in hobby, that is a you can alert, that is a that suggestion, so you can use that logic. Okay, so I think now is ready. Yes, all chk1 is there, and reading, running, we can also check to our design part any spelling mistake, yes, here first check reading, yes, running, and music first letter is capital, let us check in our design part, yes, reading and running, yes, and music, so I think there is no change, yes, same as our coding, so yes, here is there now. Okay, and let us check that selected or not. After selected, we can perform update and delete too. So this session we can take only first grid selected record and then perform update operation, and update and save is connected. That is a flow, and then we can perform the delete operation. Okay, let us check first F5 function key. So yes, what happened? Yes, I cannot break. Yes, one parenthesis is required. Okay, yes, here. So what remaining? Okay, so that is a if. Yes, here is a if condition. So we can close if condition after the here. Yes, that is a remaining. So giving the brace error, opening and closing brace. So we can solve all error. If in project that is error is coming and coming, there is no problem. That is a happen in first stage, no any error, but we can solve that error step by step, understand what is error, that is a meaning. So that is our output. I directly take this welcome and login, I cannot play again and again, open that form, so directly, and now we can click this grid, yes, yes, so our record is selected, look one ram mail is okay, we can check properly all records select properly, yes, purchase, yes, department, then joining date, yes, 7, that is date, and all three obs is selected. Now this record, that is a Krishna, that is one problem is there, I can know what is a problem. So here three obs is there, I show you, I just with his increase here three obs is there, but now there is two. So when we can select this record, that running is as selected, because we can previously take 3 hobby, and now we can take this record I just selected. I just double click. So here, yes, now, but here is a reading and music is there, but that is a previously selected as it is. So what we can solution of this? I know that is a error, but how that solution? I know what happened. So that is a previously we have to select this record that is a taking 3 OB. So previously record selected this running, not that record, because that is only 2 OB. Our logic is ready, but clear something is required. So that is a solution. I previously not assigned, because what is a problem first I can show you, and then you can solve. So that is best way you can learn. So here, not any difficulty. We can declare my user class file and class log file. We can class file we have to create, and at that time number of our user defined method we have to declare, and that is a clear. So just we can call this clear method before our selection. That is our method. So our 3 hobby is a unchecked, means false. So we can, our target is fulfilled. So I can go again in our dataGridView cell connect, that is click event, click, and then if condition before we can take that clear method, just our birth. So I can previously not write this method. So I show you what is a problem, and then we can give solution. So that is the best way learning or teaching, we can say that. So let us check that perfectly work or not. So let us check. Yes, I first again select this first record. So sometime you can click to one that cell, and also you can click here. That is also possibility. So yes, that is a proper, and 3 hobby is selected. That hobby and radio button you have to watch in your mind. So sometimes that is creating some issue or problem. So that is a okay. And I only give male and female all, and here 3 hobby intensely selected in insert time, and here 2. So you can show you how it problem. Now I select that record that is before that event is arise, that clear method is called. So all are clear. So our problem is solved. Look at, I just click. So yes, no, no, sometime yes. So let us do clear is clear. Yes, so that is a solution for you. So that is a best way. You can first directly I can clear, and that if you forget, so you cannot learn best way. So that is the idea. I give the sometime I taking error and then give the suggestion. So that is the best way teaching learning. So you can come from error that so many things you can learn. So that is a error is a best teaching to our knowledge in IT field. So error is coming, so no worry, error is happened, but how it's happened, that is a knowledge. So that is our IT field requirement, how to solve the error. Okay, so now complete. Yes, I cannot so simple logic. So I think you can know very well. So clear we can, and if condition, that is a validation. So if user, like here I show how we can take this E is a data gradue cell event argument E. E row index greater than 0. So that meaning not negative. Index is not negative. So if user selected in blank row, so that not selected. Like look at here. So I just double click. So there is no any selection. So if I cannot provide if condition and directly start the record in selection, so that is blank record and taking error, null pointer exception. So that is error. So that is a, we can provide validation. So that is a validation. So you can look e row dot index greater than 0, and then your record is selected. Otherwise no, index not negative. So there is a greater than or equal to. You can give only greater than. So first row is not selected. You can same code repeat again. So that is a one, only one equal sign. Remove this all code duplication. So okay, so and then we can use dataGridView R these and gridview one, or that is this pointer currently this format, that our ID gridview dataGridView one we cannot change, same as it is, and row that is a member property, and index that is 1D array. So index here E and index we can take in that cell content, we can click in first row, second row, that index store in R, and R dot that one by one all column we can fill. So taking from grid and record come by cell, that is a come from grid. So here we can value dot to string e, that is our because that is a database, so that store in the that field name we can use this column name, or you can use also index. Let us check. I give here index 0, so what happened if that's selected or not. So you can all give index like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because up to, because there are 6 field table, so index up to 5. Okay, so okay, we can testing, but that cell, that is column dot value and to string, that is simple. There are two text box, but now that is a gender. We can string and nesting. I again repeat, trim and then trim, remove all blank and before and after, or trim start and end, other two method, but trim just use all, truncate the remove blank page, and then compare male. If male is there, text S1 store, then that text box is on. Otherwise, this text box is on. Then department simple, that is text. Then DT picker, that is a date time picker control is there. And then that is a hobby, that is main our logic in this section. We can say that because there is very important. We can take S2 and then split, that is inbuilt function, and provide one blank. So that is stored in that 1D array, and then that is taking for each. If you not use of for each loop, I think you can know very well Java and C# already. You can learn the for each loop. If you not learn, then you can also use for loop. There is no any problem. Same as it is I equal to 0, I less than that number of text. We can say that not equal to blank null, and then I plus plus, and that we can provide same that coding. So here one by one in, that is transfer, that is a syntax part. In is a in for each. So one is transfer in S, and then also we can use stream dot equal reading, that first checkbox selected, then second running reading and running, then second is a running, and third is a music. So that is a okay. So now we can start our update coding. So I just go in update, what we can take coding in update button. So we can take just only first our button, that is a okay. So now we can start our, as it is some disturbance is there, so we can start our update coding. So some network problem issue is there, so I that is happen. Okay, so now here we can use first our button flag. So I can show you what is a button flag. That is our logic part in deciding in insert operation, that is assigned to 0. BT flag, button flag. So when that is our logic, if 0, that is a cancel, that is a 1, that is insert, and that is 2, that is update. So that is a sequence. So let us, we can go in our update operation. So that is, we can take in before the exit. So that is a last, yes, here we can provide. So exit is a last, and also we can delete after take. So in that we can take only setting, not any coding. Update method we write in save button. So here BT flag we can take 2 just, and all control enable disable, that is we can on. So we can add on that here we can true, so all is enabled. Then we can update. First we can select the grid, and then update button click, and then save button. So that is a sequence. And then BT enable button over, that is user defined method. We can develop in my user class file and user defined method, that video lecture if you not see. So you can first watch all my previous video, then you can understand what that is a sequence of series of lecture. So here we can pass after the update, we can here pass the false. Why? Because whenever you can update click, that save and cancel button is off. That is our user defined combination, true or false, and false is true. That is some algorithm we can use, or on and off, that is our condition. So here we can pass false, so save and cancel button is automatically on. That is a reverse order. if you pass here true, so that is false, and false, so that true. Not logical not operator we have to use. And then what happen, we can, yes, no clear method is required here, and just yes close three line. Yes, yes, I just show you. Yes, flag 2, yes, that call control enable true, and that button false. So that is our requirement. Any no coding is required. Update, just click, and then we can go in our save button. So in first, yes, that is it. And what I can view in save button coding to update and insert, so we cannot write it again this tool, or if we take update button coding in update query in that same button, so we can write this code duplication. So that is a radio button selection, and that is a checkbox selection. So all write this code again, so we can directly start our coding here. So, and also that is also duplication code. We can also that clear after update operation, we can also clear, then our control false and button further true. So save and cancel is a false, and data grid you call and flag 0 assign. So here we can start, and I just copy this if condition, our save coding. So I just copy and paste. So here required to update query, there is finish. So I just flag 2, and then we can change our query. Let us, yes, that is a class. You have to know, or we can declare our user defined method and class, that is object. If you not see, then here I, yes, our that is class log, and that is emp class, that is emp is prefix because we can take employee master form coding. So that is class log file, and I think show you what is a class file. Class log file, that is a class file, and here we can prepare, and there are insert, update, delete, this method. Insert time we have to call this method, update time, and also delete time. There's only one coding using three logic, same coding. So we can use execute none pair, insert, update, delete command class. So that is a logic. So now we can use in save button, yes, directly go here and full screen. So let us update, and here first we can change our message. So just remove insert word and take update, yes, and also here in else part update, yes, and now we can change, that is update. You have to know very well what is update query, any not mistake take, otherwise taking error, not into keyword update, then table name, and that value word is not used, that parenthesis not used, and directly set word use. So update table name set, then what field, you cannot take first field because that is a use in where clause, because update and delete taking where clause. So here we can remove this first field. Okay, that is insert query, just we can use in update query. So how we can change your insert query to update query, that is the logic. So now our second field, that is a original field name, and that is a no change, that is single quote double quote, because that is a string field. So string field, whenever single quote double quote plus sign and your control, and then second field in comma we can pass to our second field name. So that is a gender and equal to just. So our query is ready, second field. Now we can be clear, and comma after we can take our third field, and that is a equal. So department assign, and that now our date time picker. So here we can assign, yes, that is a, I just yes click now. Okay, that is a, I think J date, yes, J date equals. So joining, you can say that joining date, and then last one that field is, and that after comma we can assign hobbies, yes. So hobbies, and then after that remove first that parenthesis, otherwise it remaining, so taking the error. And now we can here where clause use. So where, and that for field EID, and then uh, not provide the single quote, that is a numeric field. So here double quote, and then uh, plus sign, and then our text box TXEID, and then text, and then last double quote, that is our start the query. So here that is how it double quote, So we can start that time that we can take in double quote. So that is, you have to know, simple, but remember. So that is a end of double quote. So I not blank is required. So now I think ready. Any mistake we can check, because we can, whenever copy and paste, that time you can be alert if any remaining as previous coding. So we can taking the error. So I just revise. uh, that is that method is same, because insert, update, delete, all three logic in same method. So this line not taking any change, but in double quote, that query we have to update, that is here is a insert. So into and value and parentheses all we have to remove. Here we can first remove into, and here we can remove values, and then set, and second field start, not first field, because that is update query and that is insert query. So that is change, set word use, and then second field name, yes, e name, that appropriate text box, single quote, double quote, comma, yes, that is a, I think okay, yes, no error. Then gender, third field, yes, directly, and second and third. S1 storing, that is a, we can use same over that, that is not duplication. So I can first show you that we can take in S1, that is hobby, radio button. S2 is a checkbox, hobbies. So we can store S1, that radio button value, and S2 with a blank we can assign to the checkbox, three checkbox separate. You can also use checkbox list control. So it is also possible taking the one for loop. There is no any change coding. Okay, now we can go in our update query. So that we have to take, I think, third field. Now fourth is a department, comma, after department, yes, that combo box, and j date, joining date, that is a date dot value, to short date, that is a, we can insert time use. So and then hobby, yes, and then where, yes, and then our first, now is first turn where close, and query is over. So I think update is ready. And now update that there, if flag is 1, so that is a insert query, and flag 2, that is update query, that is our logic, and flag is 0, so that is we can cancel. So we can, yes, update operation is complete, and now we can take last, first complete and then check, yes, delete operation. So delete method also we can take before the exit. So that is maintain our button order sequence, that method just only. So we can, if refer all code A to Z, then you can go in your sequence order, like add, save, cancel, update, delete, and exit. So that is exit we can take last, and then search is start here. So all operation after. Okay, so that is a taking if condition. I cannot write A to Z. Here I just copy this if condition. Yes, so I think no, you exit button. We can delete button take some alert form message. So here also require. So I just show you, and then we can start our query. So I directly taking X. So that is order maintain. How I can copy this. So are you sure to exit this form? We can change our message. That is a message dot show method, and we can pass 4 argument. Let us first, that is message. So are you sure to, are you sure to, or do you want to, are you sure to delete, you can select delete this record, yes. So and then here we can say that message, or we can say that uh, delete, yes, delete heading, that is a, that window taking heading. So we can say that delete operation. So you can also write operation words if for any message, like we can logging form take the logging, and then exit we can take exit. So here delete operation. So that is a title of your message box. Message box is there. So that is a message, that is a heading, and then turn off the button, yes, no, message box button, yes, no, and then icon. So message box icon is warning, yes, that is also here is a warning. So here if you change, that is not required. Here so many possible values there. So error, that exclamation, hand, information, just, question. Here also that is a question, you can delete or not. So you can take warning also is, we can alert. So we can, question is not proper, but warning is as it is, no change, because and then equal relational operator system.windows.form.result dialog out yes. If yes, that button and that yes, so we can take our query, and that is yes already we can give yes, so no requiring blank, and directly we can take our delete query, and first we can take one boolean variable and that answer because that return bool value yes we can see in our update delete operation. So that is a go in above yes, that is we can take here bool answer. So yes, I just copy this message line, so we cannot type only, just I copy, and we can take only query yes. So here is there. So nesting, if in app simple if we can use if else, okay, and then we can emp, that is our class file object, and dot insert update delete, that is a delete query, and just we can write delete double quote delete from emp underscore master where yes where clause is update and delete both are same require delete from emp underscore master where our eid yes that is our original field employee id and equal to, so that is a numeric field, so not required in single quote, double quote, and plus sign, and that is a txt or text box etxtid and text can match, and that double quote, what double quote is starting of the query, that double quote. So here you can end this query. So now finish. So very simple logic. So that is first, are you sure to delete this record, or do you want to delete this record? That type also you can give. That is only message in double quotes. So that is a message in message box show method is a overloaded. Look in the tooltip, 20 overloaded, that we can pass only 4 argument: message, title, then button, yes, no, and icon, and then we can compare in if yes, so delete, in no, so there is no delete. So that is session complete. Our 3 coding grid data grid use selection, then update and delete. That is our that session only, not so long. So after we can in next session upcoming we can take search and validation. Okay. So I just save and let us check that work or not. Any error is there, so we can solve. If possible error is there, so that is a sequence. We can maintain flow. There is a first form is open. No, we cannot click anywhere. All is disabled, and then here we can search is remaining. That part we have to complete, and that part we have to complete. All these things. Just only search and validation. There are 2 points is remaining. This complete this form. So first we can start this all operation in this session. I just press add button, so we can delete operation. So we can take some sample record. So here I give like puja, okay, in Krishna and Ram is there, so puja, that worship, and then female is yes, and department we have to select like stock, and that is a date time picker. So all month we can go in previous month and next month, that is a that span button is there, and today date, that is a current date. Okay, you can take joining date as a current, so there is, and if previous there is no problem, so you can select any date, and I give all hobbies, so we can testing that selected or not. I just save. So here flow is all button is disabled. You can also disable this exit button, but we can on previously that after all complete we can also disable this exit button. So you can save or either cancel. So in my previous demo lecture I complete add, save, and cancel button. Now turn update, delete, and that grid selection. So I just first save yes, so insert record emp table successfully. Okay, okay, so that record at the same time. So what happened, we can save button. So further that save and cancel is off, that all are clear, and that grid record display, that is a flow. So you can understand, on the project what is a flow, which form which data you have to pass. That is a simple flow. I just show you how in project you can maintain in step by step. So that is if you understand your project flow, there is no any error, simple logic you have to done. So that is a now, and now that we can apply add, save and cancel, we can like testing. I just cancel operation show you. So here I testing randomly, and up to I take here, and now I cannot save this, or I come not by mistakenly I add button I click, and then I what happen, I just cancel. So what happened in this case, all are clear, then cancel button we have to take, that time flag is 0. So that is our logic, and not affect any that grid. So that is a cancel. Now this two button, but that we have to take three coding. First we can select the grid, that we can select all record one by one. Like first I select this first record, just double click. So that is a three OB. We can give one solution. Here is a three OB. Yes, that is some. Yes, now and second record only two OB. Yes, I just click again. Sometime that yes, now so that is gone. Because in previously we can see that is selected by default. So previous record is affected, is a next record is affected. So that is a disturbance over selection. So we what we can solution clear, just call the clear method. And last, that is also I again that selected. Yes, not selected. Yes, sometime taking. Oh yes, now it's selected. In second that column we can get time selection. So yes, that is all is well. Like here, three puja female. Yes, that stroke. Yes, that is a stroke, and our date. Yes, select, and three OB is selected. Yes, well. So now we can update first, and that we can press update. What happened? All is on here, and then we can save or cancel that on. Okay, let us check. Right, first, and flag is 2, so that is update query is fire. So I just on, so all is on, but we can not on this. That is a we can by default, because that is auto generate, and that is a use in where clause. So we cannot we can that enable we can say that enable disable method we can not on this, that we can comment line, because that is a not on. We cannot update our ID because that is a primary key, so that we cannot update. So here we can give like Mira, yes, caps lock. So Mira, yes, and that female, but we can also check radio button. So here we can give some different name, like I give my name Ashok Singh, so there is no problem. Yes, yes, now, and here I also change department like HR, okay, and I can also change the date. All we can testing previously date, and I deselected first OB, yes, but I can OB, okay, last OB I cannot hearing the music. Running and reading is my hobby, so that is okay. Now I just save. That is, you can so see here, that is a flow. So when we can update that, save and cancel is on, so we can pass that false. So here is a on. So that is a sequence flow. You can say that flow. And now I just save. So that effect here, ID is not changed. We can clear in enable disable. We can comment line or that ID enable not. We can on this update time. And then here mail is there, net HR department, date is 6 August, and that two OBs remain. Let us check. I save. Yes, update record employees table successfully. What happened after? Yes, all are clear. What happened in after update? So all is clear and disabled. That two thing is there. And effect on grid. Let us here name is changed. Female is a male is here, and HR department date is 6 August, and only first two OB. So all are ready. No any change is required. And now I can again select what happened. I just select this record again. So sometime click, yes, now is selected. And look here, two OBs only, first two, that is not selected. That is okay. Date is okay, department is okay, mail, yes, and then okay, all is. Now we can perform delete operation. So I just click. Are you sure to delete this record? I take no first time. So no, record is not deleted. That is, I again press delete button. Are you, and yes, I can select yes. So that record, what happened if I press yes, so that message we have to not change. So insert record in success, we can delete record successfully, or just record is deleted, that type of, we can copy that time remaining change. Yes, so let us take that is some problem. I just exit in yes, so delete time. Okay, so that is a, let us check in delete. Yes, here is change is required. Record, okay, we can say that double quote. I just, yes, so here is a required to change that message. So here you can say that record, uh, just record, we can say that deleted, not look like this message successfully is not record deleted, okay, only, and error in just delete record. Yes, and just I remove this message, so we can copy that time. Okay, and also let us take that query delete from FROM, yes, and where close. So EMP ID, yes, single quote, double quote, there is no any problem. Yes, I just save. So that is a answer, yes, if condition that record deleted. And okay, yes, we cannot take here all remaining that one part, and here we can if delete, then what happen, can just copy is here in save button. So after the save button, that all here, yes, we can clear, yes, then disable false, then button true. So that is a we can say that delete operations. So we can true. So save and cancel is false, and data grid effect and flag not required to here. Yes. So just I copy this code and paste to or delete, that is required. So record is deleted, but that not effect on grid. So now that we can require this, all user defined method we have to remaining the calling. So I just save and then I run again. So record now is deleted already, because we cannot take, yes, record is not there because we cannot call the grid. So that is not okay. So I just testing and take like same ucha, and now we can directly delete this record. No any changes. I just save. Yes, as it is. So I just change. You can also change here directly. I give like 18 and take first and last and save. Yes. So record save successfully. Yes. Now I selected. Yes. So selected, all is well. Yes. In between not selected, last and two hobbies there. Date is ready. Stroke. Yes. And female is there. Yes. All is okay. Now deleted. Yes. You sure? Yes. I can. Yes. So record deleted. So we cannot change the message. So that happened. And now I can okay, so that all are clear, that clear, and that save and cancel or further false, or you can off means. So that is, I think, complete. Now last session in after my upcoming video lecture, we cover search and validation. So I hope you can understand and enjoy this session, and subscribe my channel Ashok Srijal Academy and press the bell icon to never miss any update. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.